Hi, Steve Arterburn here, and I want to talk to you about something that I think is probably the most pervasive problem that we have in our society today. I believe that even a person who is an atheist who gets married, most likely they are married because they've made some kind of commitment to another person. And one of the things that stands in the way of that commitment is pornography. Well, if you don't think pornography is wrong, how does it stand in the way? Well, the other day somebody was asking me, hey, if Jesus was here, what do you think he might be saying to folks? And I said, well, Jesus was always talking in stories and he was relating to things of the day to get people to understand. Maybe he'd say this. Maybe Jesus would say, these wax museums that you people pay to go to, those aren't real people there. They're fake. But what I know about people is if you can't be next to the real thing, you find some satisfaction in being next to the perfect counterfeit, the exact replica. But it's just some satisfaction. So that's why if you can't go meet Elvis because he's dead, well, you'll go be next to Elvis's counterfeit in the wax museum. Pretty strange. Well, that's the way it is with sex and pornography. It's kind of the counterfeit of what I designed for people to experience in sexual intimacy. It can be really intense, but it's not intimate. It's fake, and it's not fulfilling. And you always want more and more, and it never satisfies. So even if you don't think that pornography is wrong, you've probably already felt the emptiness of it, the nature of intensity over intimacy, the shallowness of the connection that's there. But there are a lot of people that think pornography is wrong, and they're absolutely hooked on it. There's a reason for that, and that's because when you have a sexual experience, not only is there a spike in dopamine in your brain, but there's this spike in oxytocin, which is a bonding hormone. So a person who's having a sexual experience with pornography, they're having a bonding experience because of oxytocin, just the same way that a cave woman had while nursing her little baby. But oxytocin doesn't just bond that cave woman to the baby. It makes her very aggressive against anything that is a threat to what she's bonded to, her baby. So when the lion roars outside the cave, she's ready to go out there and fight that lion because she will do anything to protect what she's bonded to. That's what happens when men get involved with pornography. Women too, but we'll take the man for instance. He gets bonded to pornography, and he's also aggressive to anything that is a threat to what he's bonded to. He doesn't even realize it, but it's a physiological, it's a hormonal, it's a chemical reaction, and that's why he can't stand his wife, the woman he chose to marry, to live with the rest of his life. He doesn't even want to be near her. He is aggressive toward her, against her, because she's a threat to what he has become bonded to. So you never win with pornography. 3 years ago, Time magazine had a cover story about 16 and 17-year-old boys giving up pornography. Why? Because they weren't able to have sex with their girlfriends. It wasn't a spiritual thing, just it didn't work anymore. If you read some of the stories about Hugh Hefner, who tried to make you believe the Playboy lifestyle was really amazing, Hugh Hefner was not a great sex partner because pornography neuters a person. You get so attached to, you get so enmeshed with pornography that a real live human being just doesn't do it for you anymore. It's pretty sad. But when these young guys gave up pornography, all of a sudden, you could say their manhood came back. A recent study by the Barna organization revealed that if you're a woman under 25, over half of you are seeking out pornography online. It's not a men's problem, it's everybody's problem. But the good news is there is an answer for this. There is a way for you to get better. New Life does a workshop for men called Every Man's Battle. There are support groups for men and women My wife runs one. Everybody there, every woman there, sexual integrity problem, and almost everyone has a pornography problem. When you start to look at your life and you go from what are the things that make me feel good to what are the things that make me feel good about myself, you might be willing to take a second look at what pornography is doing to you. It's not doing anything for you. And if that's the case, then let us help you. You can call 1-800-NEW-LIFE, and we'll tell you about the resources that are available. At least you could read the book, Every Man's Battle. There's another book, Every Woman's Battle. You could read that. Maybe you could join a group, or maybe you could come to one of our workshops, Finding Freedom or Every Man's Battle, so that you can get back to the business of loving well. I think that's what we're all here for. Love God well, love each other well, and to get rid of anything and everything that stands in the way of us loving each other well. And boy, does pornography ever stand in the way of loving well. Thanks for listening to this, and I hope that maybe something I've said made sense. You call us at 1-800-NEW-LIFE, or you could go online at newlife.com. And I am hoping and praying that you're going to do something for good, forever, for your life.